Okay, according to the CDC, COVID-19 has taken over 100,000 lives to date. But by the time you leave here today, you will know how to avoid catching this virus by properly washing your hands and wearing a mask. You may wonder where COVID has come from. MIT Medical thinks it originated in Wuhan, China. These experts think it spread from animal to person contact, but most likely by bats. Because this virus is so new, we don't have a lot of information, which makes it very dangerous and contagious. COVID-19 is spread through droplets that someone coughs or sneezes out, and then another person comes behind them and inhales their germs. Although inhaling the germs is the most common way to catch the virus, droplets can also fall onto surfaces where they can live. They can live on wood for up to 4 days, glass for 5, and plastic for 3 days, which was proven by Dr. Esper. Unfortunately, as ordinary people, we touch everything all day long. We are spreading germs every day, all day, and not even realizing it. COVID is affecting people so differently, and the people that they are known to be affected the worst are people over 65, people with underlying health issues such as asthma, heart conditions, obesity, and much more. But don't be mistaken, just because you're not in these categories does not mean that COVID cannot affect you just as bad as somebody that is in these categories. One of the most important things you should be doing is washing your hands throughout the day. Not just here and there, but several times a day. Because we can pick up COVID on something as small as like a cereal box in the grocery store. And imagine you touch this cereal box and it has COVID on it, and then you start to bite your nails or you rub your eye. Now the virus has an access point, and now you instantly have COVID. So I'm going to show you how to properly wash your hands, but I'm going to put these on my hands. Okay. So when you're washing your hands, I am guilty of it too. Before I started working in the medical field, you just wash your hands real quick and you're done. But we're going to act like the paint is soap, and you want to put a little bit on, and then you want to scrub for 20 seconds. Doesn't seem like a very long time, but once you're doing it, it's a long time. And make sure you get the backs of your hands, your palms, your thumbs, and then do this with your nails so it gets under your nails. But just make sure you're covering everything. Like I said, do this for 20 seconds. Once you're done, you can either air dry your hands or you can use a clean towel. Wearing a mask is just as essential as washing your hands though, especially in public. So everybody has to go grocery shopping. We really can't avoid that. So this is the place that you're gonna get COVID the easiest. We've always been told to cough or sneeze into our elbow, right? Have you ever seen this technique done though? Almost every single time this technique is used, you can physically see droplets being sprayed in the air. So when you sneeze like this, you can see all droplets going everywhere. Harvard Health states that COVID can stay alive for up to 3 hours in the air. This means if you cough or sneeze inside of, let's say, Walmart, and you don't have a mask on and the person behind you walks right behind you, they instantly inhale that COVID, especially if they don't have a mask on. When using a surgical mask, you want to make sure that you're covering both your mouth and your nose. So when you go to the store and you wear your mask like this is not doing anything because you still have access points in your nose. So what you want to do is you want to put it under your chin and above your nose. And most surgical masks will have like this posable metal. You want to squeeze it over your nose, making sure that it's got a seal. And wear it like this the whole time you're in a store or around people. Symptoms of COVID-19 can appear 2 to 14 days after being exposed, which is why it is so important to wear this mask even when you're asymptomatic, meaning you don't have any symptoms at all. because you could still be walking around with COVID and then you cough or touch something and the next person can come around and touch it and get it. If you're experiencing symptoms including cough, fever, sore throat, trouble breathing, body chills, or loss of taste or smell, you need to call your doctor before going in to be assessed, because that way they are aware that you're coming in and they can be ready to see you. Try to avoid as many people as you can, because the less people affected, the better. I currently work in a walk-in clinic where we run an OATC, which is Open Air Treatment Center. We see all patients with upper respiratory symptoms. So this is to help avoid COVID getting into the clinic. So some people think that I take the virus more seriously than most, but I think I just see how it affects people firsthand. I've seen my patients walk into the clinic with like no symptoms at all, and then 2 days later they end up on a ventilator, like fighting for their life. So please take this seriously and take these steps that I provided for you today, such as washing your hands and wearing a mask, and do them as much as possible so we can all get through this. Please know that this too shall pass, and if we can work together as a city, state, or country, we can make it through anything.